The Data Springboard is an opportunity for businesses within the Strand Aldwych area to share their data. At the moment, we're in discovery and we're engaging with different businesses that are within the Strand Aldwych catchment area.
The Data Springboard we saw is quite foundational to all other areas of work. So our ambition is really to optimally leverage data through considered collection, sharing, ethical, problem-led use.
Together with the stakeholders, with King's College, with North Bank Bede, the Courtauld and Westminster City Council, among many other stakeholders in the area of the Strand Aldwych, we are deciding how we want to share data, how we can collaborate through that platform, whatever the format it is.
Romeo and I have sat down and worked through what this could look like for the Data Springboard. If you wanted to share data, you go through this circle. From that metadata platform, you identify which kind of data you want or which data sets can be multiple. Through the platform, approach the owners of that data, agree which of the default licenses you would want to share the data under, and then the data is shared and you can continue that indefinitely.
It's important because there's so much benefit to be gained from doing this. There's so much data about that we already know about.
We are working with King's and North Bank, but using North Bank Bede data for a master's research on algorithms and kind of footfall and crowd density analysis.
One of the things that we mentioned is the use of user sentiment data. So using the survey, there's lots of data available about how people feel about the area. How can that be used within the area to enhance experience?
We already live in a world which is hybridized, mixed up between real things and digital things. But very often we don't consider what the opportunities there are of that and what the implications, the perhaps negative consequences are of those things.
You can have a researcher who's using the data within the Springboard and they've come to put everything together for publishing it outside the Springboard, then that is a rights issue.
The key thing is that the legal structure isn't going to drive how a data sharing ecosystem works.
I believe that by, as in many other works and projects and aspects, we are in a world that by collaboration and maybe not competition, we can have benefits when we work together.
There's a lot of burden on those maybe more public sector organisations that, as you say, they have the will and the political agenda to share the data. But do you want the private sector organisations to also have to give back into it? Because they say they will have other interesting things that are of value on a community-wide basis. And how do you encourage that sharing in a way that makes it balanced?
It is going to allow us, all organisations that are part of this redevelopment project, to do more interesting digital projects together without having to think every single time about how we can work together, how we could share the data, how we could put together the tools and processes in place to make that happen.
But a key one for me is that the data sharing here is not about making money and revenue. It is about public interest and realising efficiencies and opportunities.
We hope that the Data Springboard will enable us to make the most of the extraordinary opportunity we have as part of the Strand Aldwych to bring a real place together with an increasingly digital place, bring those things together and to achieve new positive outcomes for all members of that community.